International Recital returns for another series this week. And the series begins with this music in a recital by the award-winning Quatuor Mosaic from Austria. The main work is a quartet by Mozart, and they'll also be playing this, the last quartet written by Joseph Haydn. And you can hear International Recital at this time, 8:15 on Tuesday. Well, now it's time for something completely different, as they say, but it's still a jolly good show, and it's presented by Dave Lee Travis.
Hello, this is the BBC Wild Service. How wild is it? It's that wild, yes it is. I'm coming to you from the Dirty Green studio in the heart of Bush House in old Londinium town. And as usual, we have 45 minutes of mayhem, wonderfulness, and things. But also, I have to tell you that, yes, Major Overall is having a little break, and we have back in... No, I can't tell you because I'm filling up. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry with joy because we have one of my old producers. Yes, Sugar Daddy is back. Quick hello, Sugar Daddy.
Hello, Dave.
Whoa, it's so good to have him in his seat again. We'll get into the program, I think, now before we start, swapping flowers and bottles of wine and things. And Adeji Adeyemi from Nigeria says, Dear Dave, thanks for a wonderful show every Saturday morning. I've been a regular listener for over 5 years, though I've never written to you before. I'm presently on national service in a town known as Ayetoro, Gobede, in Kogi State, and I'm missing my family and friends terribly, but your show cheers me up every Saturday. Would you kindly play All I Want to Do by Sheryl Crow for all my friends and all Spurs fans around the world, especially Helen Venn in Guernsey? What a good way to start a program.
This ain't no disco. Either. This is LA. All I want to do is have a little fun before I die. There's a man next to me out of nowhere. It's apropos of nothing. He says his name is William. I'm sure he's Bill or Billy or Mac or Buddy. And he's played ugly to me. And I wonder if he's ever had a day of fun in his whole life. Drinking beer at noon on Tuesday in a bar that faces a giant car wash. The good people of the world are washing their cars on their lunch breaks, hosing and scrubbing as best they can in skirts and suits. They drive their shiny Datsuns and Buicks back to the phone company, the record store too. Well, then nothing like Billy and me, 'cause all I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard.
want to do is have some fun. It could be the theme tune for everybody that works on this program, really, couldn't it? What a way to start the program. That's Sheryl Crow. Shame about the name, but what a great record anyway. Now, Abdul Osman from Giza in Egypt. That's how you say Giza. Yeah, you say Giza. Says, Dear Dave, for many years I've wanted to write to you, but every time I've run out of words. Never mind a funny story or an outstanding piece of humor, similar to the ones that you'd never find in any difficulties in creating. No. You don't have to write something outstandingly funny to get on this program. You just have to be you. Just open up to me. And, it'll happen. Anyway, Abdu goes on to say, I thought I'd write anyway to wish you all the best and remind you that you have many, many silent listeners. P.S. It says, my son Joseph is 14 and large. He would be very pleased to come across your mysterious T-shirt at his address. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's simply straightforward, a World Service T-shirt that will not shrink as long as you don't wash it. Here's Simple Minds.
And I hope you like the key, like the air that led me to it. She's the wind that sucked me through it. She's a river and she's turning there in front of me. Stand back, get back. She'll paint your blue skies black. She gives bulletproof protection. She got a resurrection view. When I'm scared and about to lose, she gives me traveling shoes. She's a river and she's turning there in front of me. And I go blind. What's my time? The river's in front of me. That's where I'm gonna be. Shine on, get on, twilight from dusk to dawn. She's the spirit of creation. She's the last chance guarantee. Got a myriad of pulses, sweet miracles and roses. She's the river and she's turning there in front of me. And I go blind. Wasting my time. The river's in front of me. That's where I'm gonna be.
Simple Minds, that's their new single, which gets under your skin after a while, but it's all right. Just go down to the chemist, they'll sort you out. That's called She's a River. Now, Francis Money from Kumasi in Ghana has written to me and says, Dear Dave, I've been listening to your show since 1988. Good grief. and she's still coherent. I think that's amazing. I believe it says here that after some 18 years of hosting the Jolly Good Show, during which period you never took time off, I reckon you must be getting tired by now, and perhaps this accounts for the deterioration of your voice box, which I've observed over recent months. Deterioration of the voice box, right? I sought the advice of a medic on your behalf who prescribed a dosage of half a dozen bananas daily to soften your voice box and keep in perfect shape and alignment. Bananas? Is this... I don't know. Is bananas... I've seen sports people. In fact, not 2 days ago, I saw a man on a bicycle cycling like a lunatic, and he stopped on the side of the road and he had a banana. So maybe it's good. Anyway, it goes on here to say, please kindly play the song Sweat. We can't use the word sweat on the BBC. I hereby, officially, in my capacity as the hairy monster of the world, hereby rename the record Sweat by Inner Circle Perspiration. All right? It's now officially known as Perspiration. We do not like the word sweat. It says, dedicated to the rest of my family back home in Kumasi, and also pass on my warmest regards to my friends Osai Apenteng, Napur Mohammed, and his newlywed Ramatu, and also my childhood friend Karim, who I understand is somewhere in western Nigeria. Okay, you've asked for it. Here it is, Inner Circle and Perspiration.
I've been watching you, a la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Come on, a la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Hey, standing across the room, I saw you smile. I said I wanna talk to you for a little while, but before I make my move, my emotions start running wild. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Oh yeah, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push you some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Come on, a la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Ooh. So I say to myself, if she loves me or not. But the dread I know that love is his together. With a little bit of this and a little bit of that, the lyrics goes on the attack. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Ooh, girl, and I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Ooh yeah. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. One more time. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Sing it. A la 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 long.
Inner Circle and Perspiration. If it had been ladies singing, it would have been a glow. Because women don't perspire even. They glow. Anyway, that was Inner Circle for you. We hope you enjoyed it. It is now time for our off-the-wall slot. This is where I bring something in from the private collection at home. And it's usually either something you've never ever heard in your life because it's so amazingly, unbelievably different, or it's something that you have heard but nobody's requested for a long time, and I feel it's time it was played again. Such a record is coming up next. I always expected doors to burst open and somebody of high rank to walk through, but it just doesn't happen. That's introduced our off-the-wall section, and a few names as usual before we get into the first piece of music. This one is from A.B. Kamara from Makeni in Sierra Leone, who says, kindly dedicate a record to my daughters, Maria Mabinti Kamara and Aminata Ba, not forgetting my dearest wife, Catherine Yankai Kamara, and also to Dr. I.S. Palmer. And Petra A. Bangboy from Hilversum in Netherlands says, I'm now a proud grandmother of a beautiful baby boy. Please dedicate a song to Asdok and send us a T-shirt. The first 11 months or so, I will wear it, wash it, and when it's shrunk to his size, I'll give it to Zadok. You reckon that for the first 11 months you're going to actually keep washing this shirt and it still won't be the size for your baby? Wrong! Yes, I think the first time you wash it, it'll probably fit him perfectly. Finally today, Keith Bright from Warsaw in Poland says, please play a record of your choice for my daughters Nicola and Becky, and please don't forget Agnieszka. Right, the record I said was going to be something which hadn't been played for some time. It's by Sly and the Family Stone. And most people would know Dance to the Music, because that's probably the hit that everybody knows from Sly and the Family Stone. But there's one that's been remade a couple of times, as far as I know. This is the original version, then. From Sly and the Family Stone, it's Family Affair.
Grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good and bomb. Blood thicker than the mud. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Oh, no bad. Wow, no bad. Still checking each other out. Hey, nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave cause your heart is there. But you can't stay cause you've been somewhere else. You can't cry cause you look broke down. But you're crying anyway cause you're all broke down. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Oh, yeah, a family affair.
You, baby, is a family affair. That's good stuff. We like that. Sly and the Family Stone, Family Affair from 1874, I think it was that came out. It feels like it anyway. Great old record. Incidentally, a reminder, if you'd like to be part of the Off the Wall gang, then do write to me. The address, as usual, you'll get at the end of the program. Now we come to a request from Manila in the Philippines. I've bought many envelopes from your country. Noel S. Laudit has written in saying, Sir, I'm writing this on board an airline flight to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia from Manila. I work as a designer in Saudi Arabia, and they urgently need my services. But this means I'll be away from my family in Manila for quite a while. Please extend my greetings to all the members of my family, especially Mum and Dad, and to Miss Cory Velasquez in the Philippines, and also to Araceli Castro. And please play for them Stay by Lisa Loeb. More power and a million thanks.
You say I only hear what I want to. So all the time, so and I thought what I felt was simple, and I thought that I don't belong, and now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, yeah, I missed you. I don't listen hard, don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. I don't understand if you really care. I'm only hearing negative. No, no, no. So I turn the radio on, I turn the radio up, and this woman was singing my song. Lover's in love and the others run away. Lover is crying 'cause the other won't stay. Some of us have really weep for the other who was dying since the day they were born. Well, this is not bad. Things that I'm throwing, but I'm thrown. And I thought I lived forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever, that won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you. You said that I was naive, I thought that I was strong. I thought, hey, I can leave, oh, but now I know that I was wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I miss you. You said you called me 'cause you want me, and one day you let me go. You try to give away a keeper, or keep me 'cause you know you're just so scared to lose. You say
Lisa Loeb and 9 Stories. That doesn't mean that Lisa Loeb has told 9 stories. It's the name of the group. Anyway, enough of this. We have got a request and a question from Arkena Arcot from Siva Arun Colony, Andhra Pradesh in India, who says, "Dear host, bracket, sorry I was not able to catch your name." Don't worry, I've only been here for 20 years. It'll take a while. It says, "I'm writing to your program for the first time." That's why you don't know who I am. "I've been studying Spanish for the past 3 years and would like to know if the World Service broadcasts programs in languages other than English. For example, other European languages like Spanish." Well, we delved deep into this for you. And the answer is like this. The World Service broadcasts in over 30 languages to different parts of the world, including Spanish. But you'll be unlikely to hear any Spanish in India. Now, there's a good reason for this, is that we broadcast in Spanish only to Spanish-speaking parts of the world, for example, Latin America. In India and the subcontinent, you'll probably only hear broadcasts in Urdu or Hindi, since that is what most people speak. So I can tell you at least that we can send you some sort of a guide, a program and frequencies guide, so that perhaps you can have a fiddle around with your radio set and maybe catch a broadcast that's not meant for you, but is in Spanish. But it makes a lot of sense when you think about it to speak Spanish to Spanish-speaking countries and to speak Urdu, Hindi to those particular countries. But English That seems to go all over the world very well. Anyway, thank you for the letter, for the inquiry. As I said, we'll send you some information which we hope you'll find useful. And I think to help you with your language, we've got a record here that's been requested by Gloria Estefan. And it's from the album Mi Tierra. And we have chosen to play for you this little ditty called Si, Si, Señor.
Sí señor, es mi son, cómo no, cómo no. Bailador, bailador, vengo a el son, sí señor, cómo no. Sí señor, es mi son, cómo no, cómo no. Bailador, bailador, vengo a el son, sí señor, cómo no. Tengo este son que es fruto de inspiración, que viene del monte y del campo de caña. Un canto alegre lleno de tradición, como sol que asoma atrás de la montaña, que nace del alma, lleno de cielo azul y palmas. Sí señor, yo tengo mi son. Sí señor, es mi son, cómo no, cómo no. Bailador, bailador, vengo a el son, sí señor, cómo no. Sí señor, es mi son, cómo no, cómo no. Bailador, bailador, vengo a el son, sí señor, cómo no. Café y tabaco es el corazón del son, con el ritmo del galope de un caballo. Coge el paso y coge la entonación, grita tu alegría como el cantillo de un gallo. Comenzó la verbena y aroma de albahaca y hierba buena siento ya en baila mi son. Sí señor, es mi son, cómo no, cómo no. Bailador, bailador, vengo a el son, sí señor, cómo no. Ritmo de alborozo, de risa y de gozo, música de vida y fiesta con mi son sabrosón. Sí señor, cómo no, dale bien, bailador, bailador, coger el baile con sabrosura. Dale bien, bailador, bailador, coger el baile con sabrosura. Yo le canto a todo el mundo y les brindo mi alegría, con el cariño profundo que en mi tierra es garantía. Dice así, dale bien, bailador, bailador, coge el baile con sabrosura. Una sola humanidad, con un solo corazón, con una sola piedad que al fin nos traiga paz y amor, quiera Dios. Dale bien, con sabor, bailador, bailador, qué bueno el guateque, coge el baile, ay qué bien, con sabrosura. Dale bien, por favor, bailador, bailador, aprieta tu paso, coge el baile, tú también, con sabrosura.
She's delightful. Tiny and delightful. Glorious Estefan for you there, and a number from the album Mi Tierra, that's called Si, Señor. It is now time to reveal this week's Pop Pal, which is, as usual, preceded by this fine piece of very loud music. Right, our Pop Pal this week is Asrat Gizachu, and he comes from Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Now, Asrat writes, I've been a regular listener to your show for the past 3 or 4 years, so I've decided to break all records by becoming the first Ethiopian Pop Pal of the week. Now, surely we must have had somebody from Ethiopia before. Well, anyway, I'm not going to argue with you. You're the customer, and the customer's always right. I am male and 20 years old. This is not me I'm talking about, of course. You understand that. I wish. Anyway, it says, currently I'm studying electrical engineering at the University of Addis Ababa. My hobbies include reading, letter writing, and watching videos, and I'd be glad to have friends from all over the world. So if you want to write to Asrat, the address is Pop Pal Ethiopia, A Jolly Good Show, BBC Wild Service, Bush House, London. I'll repeat that address for you in a moment after Asrat's favourite record.
All day.
But now, a rundown of the top 3. Asrat's favourite record are in reverse order. At number 3, I daren't say this word. You see, I told you before, Inner Circle's record is now called Perspiration, not Sweat. At number 2, Where Does My Heart Beat Now from Celine Dion. And at number 1, The Pet Shop Boys, Domino Dancing.
I don't know why, I don't know how. Thought I loved you, but I'm not sure now. Seen you look at strangers too many times. The love you want is of a different kind. Remember when we felt the sun? A love like paradise, how hot it burned. Threat of distant thunder, the sky was red. And when you walked, you always turn every head. All day, watch them all fall down. All day, domino dancing. All day, watch them all fall down. All day, domino dancing. Thought that when we fought, I was to blame. Now I know you play a different game. I've watched you dance with danger, still wanting more. Add another number to the score. All day, watch them all fall down. All day, domino dancing. All day, watch them all fall down. When you look around, you wonder, do you play to win? Or are you just a bad loser?
Pet Shop Boys and Domino Dancing, which is the number 1 favorite of our Pop Pal this week, who is Asrat. A reminder, if you want to write to Asrat, the address is Pop Pal, Ethiopia, A Jolly Good Show, BBC Wild Service, Bush House, London. And may I also remind you, as I always do, that if you want to become a Pop Pal yourself, that is the address to write to. But of course, we need information about yourself that we can tempt the world to write to you with. You know, you can tell them that you're big and handsome and wonderful and the most stunning person the world has ever known, and you're into philosophy and stuff like that. And you've got to give us your 3 favorite records as well. All right? So write to us. We'd love to hear from you. Now, William M. Sumo from Lebanon, who, if he married somebody from China called Resling, could become William M. Sumo Resling. That's another story. Says, dear, I've got to be crazy with this person because he's being crazy with me. He addressed the letter to Dear TLD, not DLT. He said, I spelled your name in reverse order because during the Pop Pal, you always like people to name their 3 records in reverse order, their 3 favorites. I think I'm the very first person to have spelt your name in reverse order. Kindly play me a record called Friends by Julie Wastley. If I have misspelt her name, I'm sorry. Well, you'd better apologize because there's nobody called Julie Wastley in the pop music industry. It is, in fact, Jodie Watley. So I just thought, you didn't mind me straightening you out on that, did you? Please send me a T-shirt. Well, at least you spelt that right. I've also heard that you can issue BBC sneakers. Will you please send me some? My size is 8.5. Thanks in advance. No, as far as I'm concerned, and I've been here a long time, we do not have BBC sneakers. The only sneakers we have at the BBC are production staff who try to get away before the bell goes at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Have you ever been stabbed in the back by someone you thought was really cool? Did they steal your lover? Or was it money? Or was it lies they told? Strangers just disguises your friends. Never again, 'cause now you know that friends will let you down. hold you back. Friends will let you down. Friends won't be around when you need them most. While your friends, oh, friends are hard to find. Friends, yours and mine. I'm talking about your friends.
Friends are hard to find, so be careful. You can try to enter the mind and prepare you that some ain't that bad, but one might backstab to get their fingertips on what one might have. Fight the hands that feed you, lead the people who need you, for those that hold you back and mislead you. So be a leader, don't get led on or led in the wrong direction. A dead end's next thing. Use a detour, life's like a seesaw, ups and downs, and I bet there'll be more potholes and obstacles in a path that's righteous. At times we need a hand to fight this way of life. Straighten up, take the thought and replace it. And don't you act, you face it. Cause jealousy and envy, and you still act friendly, you can find the end when you pretend to be.
Friends will let you down. Friends won't be around when you need them most. While your friends, yeah, friends are hard to find. Friends, yours and mine. I'm talking about your friends.
That's Jody Watley and Friends. I can't wait to hear Julie Wastley's version of that, because I'm sure it'll be brilliant as well. And if it comes out soon, guaranteed it'll be played on this program. Now it's last record time. In fact, Huma Rashid from Tripoli in Libya writes, "Dear DLT, howdy." Please, how can somebody called Huma Rashid in Tripoli go howdy? I mean, this isn't... Is this a Tripolian word? Is it? Anyway, I listen to your program every Saturday and Tuesday. Twice the punishment. I enjoy it immensely. I would like you to play for me anything by Madonna. Also, could you kindly tell me her real name? I've heard it might be Mary. A note from Major Overall has been left for me here, who thinks her real name is Fred. I don't know. I'm worried about him. I am worried about him. I'd like a T-shirt and a picture of Queen Elizabeth II. Just where am I going to get a picture of a ship at this time of day? And send my thanks to Jana Malinek in Canada and everyone else. You want a picture of Her Majesty the Queen? We'll have to try and find one for you. Madonna's real name is Madonna. Yes, it is. And it's, I think, her second name is something like Ciccione. Madonna Ciccione. My temporary producer is nodding. It's not actually Ciccione, but it's very close to that. It may be Ciccione. But anyway, it is Madonna. That's her real name, so we thought we'd tell you that. And what you're about to hear is a real record by the real Madonna. That record was chosen as the last record because it seems to fit so well. Say goodbye. All right, then. Goodbye. Well, no, I won't rush off without reminding you of the address. If you'd like to write to us, if you've enjoyed the show, please write to us. It's DLT, spelt DLT, A Jolly Good Show, BBC Wild Service, Bush House, London. That's DLT, A Jolly Good Show, BBC Wild Service, Bush House, London. Thank you very much indeed for listening in today. Thank you from Carol next door twiddling the knobs. Thank you for my temporary but wonderful producer, Sugar Daddy. And from all of us, till next time, stay healthy. Bye-bye.
And that address once again, if you'd like to write to A Jolly Good Show, DLT, A Jolly Good Show, BBC World Service, Bush House, London.